special program.
Woo! Finally, something's actually happening in this game.
Traveler,
Oh, yo,
Paimon,
Bears.
would you join us and play Marashose Hunter Judgment Day?
Oh, wait, what is this?
This script was adapted from the real history of the Marushose Hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Wait, is this like Dungeons and Dragons or something?
Many of my habits are customs I've adopted from the Marashose Hunter tradition. They fought against monsters, while I fight against lawbreakers. For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
The big-breasted duelist. That's the word. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word duelist.
Loaded.
That looks super sick. Oh, I love that animation.
Madam Mage says that every page of a storybook is a segment of the present.
So vast and mysterious. There must be quite a story behind this place. So
Oh, right.
I'll
There's supposed to be
explore
that,
this
that
place
guy.
with
I
you
completely
today.
forgot about him.
Let's
Is he a
never stop
4-star?
hoping for victory. Way ahead of you.
Wasn't he supposed to be in a new story? I don't know. I completely forgot.
Move or be moved.
Not that I doubt your fighting ability, of course. It's just
Tishween.
so much more dangerous in there than I ever imagined. Well, if it hurts, just let me know.
Look at her. She's tiny.
Let's blow bubbles!
That looks kind of cool.
Don't be nervous. Just relax.
Oh, wait. Can she cause CC or something?
Strange disease. One I suspect that every Fontanian suffers from.
But they don't trust me at all. Do you really think it matters whether I'm Melusine
Oh, no. Not
or
more
human?
Fontanian-specific
I don't
diseases.
believe Master would suddenly disappear for no reason. There must have been something she just had to do.
In the new world, they bade farewell
Oh,
to
shit.
the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
What is that from?
The way he's holding his sword. He must be a real Marashose hunter.
You used it
Dainsleif?
yourself, didn't you? That's why you have a human appearance.
That's quite the gamble. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap.
Finally!
One day,
Actual movement in the
I
story.
shall have my vengeance.
That way,
Turning into Sasuke.
Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal. The loom of fate has already been completed.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
An everlasting dream intertwined. Finally, after 15 different patches, there's finally some movement going on in the story. Is it too late? We'll find out, because guess what? The Wuthering Waves is out. You might as well go play that in the meantime.
In my role as champion duelist, my opinions do not
The
matter.
big-breasted duelist.
For when I draw my blade, I am but an instrument of Fontaine's law.
Oh, I like her attack animation. That's really nice.
Ready.
This is what I really wanted to get to know, is her ability, the way she uses her gun. It's pretty cool.
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
Oh, I love that. Is it kind of like
Those animations.
is that kind of like the same way that Keqing does her ult, the shoots all around?
Cloran's strength actually has a really interesting origin. She inherited it from the Marashose Hunters.
Ooh, I don't know what that means. That's kind of cool.
New version.
I figured. I kind of knew that they were gonna give her a story quest. They always give the new
Let's get
characters
into her
story
combat
quest.
abilities. Cloran is
Alright, here we go.
categorized as an electro sword user, but she actually uses both a sword and a pistolet to attack her enemies during combat. Now, her normal attack deals physical damage by performing up to 5 consecutive strikes.
All right.
During her charged attack, Cloran uses her pistolet to target enemies in a V shape in front of her. In fact, Cloran's elemental skill, Hunter's Vigil, is an ability that demonstrates how potent she can be when she's focused. Check this out. During combat, unleashing Cloran's elemental skill will cause her to enter the Night Vigil state. During this state, Cloran can unleash 2 different types of special attacks. Her normal attacks will be converted into Swift Hunt Pistolet attacks, and her elemental skill will be converted into a lunging attack, Impale the Knight.
Huh. It looks like Clarion gains a bond of life during her elemental
So they're
skill.
really
Does
trying to
skill
get like
have any
this bond of
additional
life
effects?
thing, bond of
Good
life thing to work,
perception on those eyes. Those Swift Hunt Pistolet attacks
which
increase
is
Claran's
whatever,
bond of
I
life.
guess.
And her lunging attack, Impale the Knight, will clear the bond of life.
Okay,
So
and
she
heals her.
accumulates the bond with one hand and then clears it with the other?
Oh, hey, that's
So
a really
she's
good
kind of
explanation.
okay. So she's kind of the
Claran's
same way as
special attacks have different effects
what's her
depending on
face?
the value of her bond of life. So when her bond of life is like relatively low, her Swift Hunt Pistolet attacks have a piercing effect, and they deal greater damage. But when her bond of life is relatively high, her lunging attack, Impale the Knight, has a greater AoE and deals higher damage.
Okay.
Ah, gotcha. I get it. So Claran is meant to use her pistolet to accumulate a bond of life and then use her sword to clear it once it reaches a certain amount. And that way, both attacks benefit
Wait, this
each other.
reminds me of
Though you should remember the effect of one of
that
Claran's
character in
unique
Wuthering
talents.
Waves.
So when she's in the night vigil state,
It's kind of weird to say
any
that now.
human
Now that
other
I'm
than the one
comparing these
provided by
characters
her
to Wuthering
lunging
Waves
attack,
characters.
Impale the Knight, will be converted into a bond of life. This unique talent.
I don't
allows
remember her
different
name, but I'll
healing
put her.
effects
I'll
to
put her
alter
right
the
here.
pacing
It
of
reminds me of
Claran's
this
gameplay.
character where
So
she
travelers
loses
can
HP while
experiment
she
with a
attacks.
variety of Mara Shosei Hunter. So during her elemental burst, Last Lightfall, Claran draws on her Mara Shosei Hunter heritage to unleash an ancient skill that
Still don't know
empowers
what that
mortals
means.
to fight deadly monsters. This ability allows her to swiftly evade enemy attacks and strike her opponents. Her burst deals AoE electro damage and grants her a bond of life based on her max HP.
But
So I kind of want to mute
wonder
this,
how she
turn this down so I can kind of get my thoughts together.
Ooh,
But
she has
so it really seems like they want to have the bond of life thing similar to what's her name? Arlecchino. So I assume you want to build, but I assume you still want to build attack and stuff like that on her. It seems like you know, with the bond of life characters, it's really just you want to attack to where you get your bond of life high enough and then it'll heal you. So you're really like, it's kind of, it would be a high risk, high reward if you don't have Zhongli, right? It seems a lot more high risk, high reward if you don't have a shielding character like Zhongli that'll basically make you immune to everything. And also, I guess she has a new story quest. And then
So you
Sijuin.
gotta take care of it.
Well, Sijuin is a hydro bow user. Her normal attack.
Oh, she's a bow
unleashes
user, okay.
3 consecutive attacks.
Those are
During the
little
second
pills.
And third attack, Sijuin takes out a pill and tosses it at her opponent.
I saw that in the demo. It's like she's literally telling her opponents to take their medicine.
Wait, what does the pill even do?
She can make aimed shots using her charged attack. Once the shot is held and fully charged, Sijuin's bow will fire slow-moving ministration bubbles, dealing hydro damage to her target. Just make sure not to release her arrow. Oh, and also,
Wait, what is
Sijuin
releasing her
uses a
arrow do?
specially made bubble gun to fire a giant bolstering bubble bomb during her elemental skill, Rebound Hydrotherapy. The projectile bounces between nearby opponents, dealing hydro damage to anyone it touches and restoring HP to all nearby party members, well, except for Sijuin herself. Sijuin will be healed a certain amount of health when the bolstering bubble bomb disappears, which
Okay.
is based on her max HP.
Bolstering bubble bomb. Say that 3
So
times.
she'll heal after. Okay, so your team heals in the middle of that, and then she heals after. That makes sense.
Sijuin's. Would that be great? You can have that
Oh,
idea
it's
for free.
exactly
It's a
like
great
blowing
idea.
bubbles. The longer you hold her elemental skill, the larger the bubble grows. Once the projectile is released, it will gradually decrease in size as it bounces around. The bigger the bubble, the greater the damage and healing effect. And if a large bubble hits a weaker enemy, they'll be trapped inside.
Whoa.
Guys, it's like she's trapping them in a cage of kindness.
Like the Hydro
You
Biscuit.
can tell
Of
she
kindness and
cares.
murder.
Her bedside manner is so strong.
Hey, wait a second.
So
are
she'll,
those
like,
the orbs that
knock
have
'em
blood
up.
drops? It looks like
It'll only
Sijuin
knock up the
creates
last person that
source
it hits, it
water
seems like.
droplets when she fires a bubble, and it looks like she gains a bond of life when she touches them. How does that work?
I can explain that as well. Since she has training as a nurse, Sijuin understands how to make the most of a dire situation. Her elemental skill creates source water droplets, and Sijuin can give herself a bond of life by absorbing them. When that bond of life is cleared, Sijuin can regain some elemental energy based on the value of the bond of life.
Wait, so it's for energy?
So Sijuin's healing can nullify her bond of life, and she can restore energy for herself.
Okay.
That's right. While the bond of life is hazardous to most people,
That's kinda
it can
weird. Why
actually
would-
be perceived as a real advantage for Sijuin. After she unlocks her talent, detailed diagnosis, thorough treatment, Sijuin's healing will be increased based on the total bond of life values across all the characters in her party.
Oh, okay.
Thank goodness.
Well, here's the thing that I have a question for is like, what is the point of the bond of life? Why did it just seems like they kind of. So here's the thing: a lot of the bond of life stuff, to be honest, it feels like it makes sense. Even for Clarend, it kind of doesn't, but at the same time, it still does make sense. For Sijuin, it feels like they just threw it in there, and I don't know why. Because if you can only get it through the water droplets. It just seems like a kind of a weird mechanic to throw bond of life on her. I mean, she's a healer, you know, you get her if you want to get her, don't get her, I don't know. But it just seems like super weird in my opinion. So for like Clarend, Clarend and Arlecchino, they're fighting, so it makes sense to have bond of life because it goes with their healing of themselves, right? Especially with Arlecchino's ult and Clarend's ability. I don't know. For Sijuin, it just seems so out of left field. It seems like they want to make Bond of Life relevant in a way. But it's like, I feel like at the same time, you wouldn't even want to build around her Bond of Life. For Sijuin, I should say. For Clarend and Arlecchino, yeah, it makes sense, of course. But still, I don't know. It seems kind of weird in my opinion. And of course, new Sijuin event.
Let's take a look at Sethos' demo.
Is he a 4-star or a 5-star?
End up thinking yourself into a corner. Sometimes it's better to let go.
He looks kind of cool. Oh, is he another bow user? That did look kind of cool. The way his bow charge did look kind of cool, but it kind of moved the camera immediately, and it looked kind of weird.
He looks amazing.
Yeah, the clothes and the hair, I love it.
Right?
He looks cool. Don't get me wrong, but like, I gotta see his abilities before I even talk about whether he seems worth it or not, because he's
exploring the desert or the rainforest.
I didn't see anything special in his abilities from the video. Okay, here we go. I was gonna say they did it backwards.
A special variant when charged to level 2. He can't move when his attack is charged to its second level, but it allows him to fire a powerful shadow-piercing shot that can pierce enemies, dealing electro damage to targets in his path.
I mean, that looks cool, I guess.
Talent, Black Kite's Enigma, can decrease the charging time of his aim shot by consuming elemental energy. Some elemental energy will also be consumed after releasing the shot.
Nice. Ooh, useful.
Wait, so
Also,
he...
I noticed his aim shots take a really long time to charge. So I think that means players need to store up elemental energy to fire the shadow-piercing shot faster, right?
So he loses like his ability, his ult charge?
Who actually consumes elemental energy while firing aimed shots.
What? Yeah, you're right on.
Hey.
That's why
Oh,
Sethos
okay.
has an elemental skill that helps him restore elemental energy.
Useful.
It's an ancient ritual that deals AoE electro damage, and it also restores. We introduce this domain behind us.
Yes, bring on the challenge. I'm so ready.
Imaginarium Theater.
You sound ready.
This seems like it's like a Dungeon and Dragons
Location
thing.
of this challenge seems pretty intriguing. Paimon and the Traveler discovered a secret room within the Mondstadt library, and they've received an
Oh, it's in
invitation to
Mondstadt.
participate in a mysterious performance.
Oh, I love secret rooms
Wait,
in libraries.
is it?
Always wanted one.
It really
So
did
that's
look
our
like Dungeons and
all-new
Dragons,
event,
but I don't know if I'm right.
Imaginarium Theater will become available in version 4.7 for travelers who are adventure rank 35 or higher.
Nice.
Of course.
Wait, so this is a library? Wow.
The coolest library.
I know. It looks
Everything
a lot
is
different from
floating.
what I imagine. It's huge.
Yeah, it kind of looks more like a magic castle.
Right?
What is that? What does that look like? That's from Cookie Run Kingdom on the picture. Ooh, look at that big ass plushie.
Wolfie. I know, he's so cute. Wolfie. He'll reveal that this room
Oh,
was
he moves
created by
around.
a mage, and that he's waiting for a guest to take the stage. He is also a poet. That guest will
The way he waddles
hopefully put
around,
on a
that's cute.
magnificent performance by becoming the main character of the mage's story.
Bring on that main character energy.
Let's go. Someone's got to be the main character, baby. Let's
Arriving in
go.
this room, travelers just need to interact with this strange book in order to participate in the Imaginarium Theater Challenge.
Wow, that was
Okay.
fast. But what kind of challenge is it?
Oh, let me tell you. Imaginarium Theater contains a series of combat challenges with different battle conditions.
They actually give you
characters who wield specific elemental types.
That's kind of cool.
Allowed to participate. So travelers will have to select characters who meet the requirements of the challenge.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, wait, I actually really like that idea.
Who meet the requirements.
Good thinking, but you won't have to worry about that. Because first off, 6 characters will be designated as the initial lineup for each challenge.
Why did they put this into an event? This is actually a really cool idea. They should have just put this as an in-game permanent thing. This sounds amazing. This sounds like this would be really cool.
In addition, travelers can also designate a certain number of characters as supports for their friends. They can also select their supporting characters
chat.
to join their own team.
That's a nice way to get to try new
I am floored. I am flabbergasted. I am smeckledorbed.
Friends helping each other.
This actually would have been a really cool thing to have as a late game event.
Designated characters who make the initial lineup will gain fantastical blessings.
Time remaining 70 days.
That remain potent even outside of the Imaginarium Theater challenge.
Wait.
Wait,
so
what?
you're saying those buffs aren't just active during the challenge itself?
After this effect
You're
will...
kidding. Wait, okay. The mage behind the theater must be super powerful.
The hell?
Oh, super
So this
powerful.
affects outgame or outworld? Outworld. What? This affects the game outside.
Now, but characters will consume vigor while participating in Imaginarium Theater combat challenges. So when a character's vigor is fully depleted, they will no longer be able to fight, and you will have to replace them with a new character.
It's time for some R&R.
Get him, Cookie.
I get it. So when you select your characters, you have to pay attention to how well they work together.
Yes.
And also how well they can fill in for each other.
It kind of looks like Xiao's ability.
Strategy.
And I should also mention that not all selected characters will immediately appear in your team. Some characters can only be gathered by progressing through the story. They can formally be added to your team at the end of an Imaginarium Theater battle, or when you encounter certain special events.
Cool.
This actually does look really cool.
Part of the challenge.
Yes, which makes it even more fun. But let me explain a little more about the special events that I mentioned. Travelers can choose to spend Fantasia flowers to trigger events during the story. Now, some events will unlock certain characters for battle, and others may trigger certain perils, certain doom. So, travelers will have to choose very carefully.
Ooh, no pressure.
Right?
Travelers can collect performance tour rewards by completing challenges and finalizing their performance results. The first time they complete a challenge, travelers will also receive a debut performance gift.
Ooh, presents.
Travelers who feel particularly confident can try to
Wait, how long is this?
During each stage. They'll be able to obtain different levels of performance.
Is this a limited time event?
With the difficulty of the challenge. These medals can be displayed on their profile.
Go ahead and show off.
And that's not all, right?
Imagine,
Travelers can
wait.
also obtain toy medals during this event.
Wait, so is this a new late game?
In return, travelers will receive special poses for their characters.
That's kind of funny.
Awesome. Right? Travelers will be able to take all sorts of new cool pictures. I am excited to see new poses.
So hyped.
Okay, I guess that's kind of lame, but whatever.
Whenever Imaginarium Theater is updated.
Yes. And finally, each performance in the Imaginarium Theater has several difficulty levels, and each one has a different number of challenges. Higher difficulty levels will yield even better rewards.
Bring it on.
As Wolfie the concierge likes to say, when the brilliant golden glow of the treasure beckons, don't you hesitate. Just go open it.
How can he be so cute?
That's amazing.
Johnson Yuri Lowenthal.
Somehow I still didn't make him as cute as he actually is.
Of course, it'll take time for travelers to raise the necessary characters and understand how they fit into this new challenge. And I'm sure travelers are always looking for ways to get more premium gems.
So if this is actually late game, which
each month, Imaginarium Theater will alternate with updates.
Oh, okay, so this is actually late game. Wait, this is actually really cool. Okay, I actually like the way this looks.
Has been increased from 600 Primo Gems to 800 Primo Gems.
Yes!
Yeah. More information will be available across Genshin Impact's official social media accounts, so keep a lookout.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Ooh, the background is changing.
Ooh, here we go,
Let's see what else.
That is actually really cool. That is finally some new end game, and it actually looks like it has some cool mechanics to it.
So I'm assuming this is one of those
monster fighting events.
Yes, sort of. Travelers won't be engaging monsters directly. Instead, they'll be able to command monsters to fight in a cooperative simulation.
Oh, is this like Pokemon or something?
Millilith will be hosting a strategic war game to improve their understanding of security needs throughout Tevat.
I'm assuming this is just going to be like whatever kind of event.
That's night.
Let's just have it on playing in the background while I'm talking about this. Dude, they actually have some brand new end game, which is finally something that's going to happen and it's going to make me excited. Like this, that actually looks really cool. I don't know. In my opinion, I think that's pretty sick. That's enough for me to get excited and to actually get in there and try it, because I like the idea of having to have challenges specifically to a domain or something, because that was kind of one of the ideas that I had for improving Genshin, is reworking the Abyss to have more challenges, like say you can't use Dendro in one of the domains, or you have to do this while your HP is depleting or something. This actually looks like something like that, and I think that's really cool. And that's finally something that's gonna be. It's a step in the right direction. I don't want to be like this will save Genshin Impact. I'll probably put it as a way to clickbait, but like this is really cool. I actually really like, not this right here specifically, but I really like that Imaginarium Theater. It's actually insane how that's something that finally got put into the game. Finally, some new end game.
In the latest update.
Yes, please.
First up, the encounter point system for collecting daily commission rewards will now be unlocked at adventure rank 24. Hopefully, this helps travelers level up more quickly.
Wait, what does that mean? Was it not there before or something?
Some really exciting news. Travelers' max resin will be increased from 160 to 200.
Ooh, this does absolutely nothing. Yay, this optimization is absolutely dog shit. Increase friend cap. No one here is friends. Woo!
Check them out for yourselves in game.
These are all completely useless updates. Nice.
All right.
Okay, I think that's a pretty good stopping point. I'm going to edit this down into a pretty condensable size. I'm just going to be going over the characters and the new endgame update, just because those are the kind of the most important things that came out of this broadcast. Anything else is all kind of useless information, and plus I didn't even react to it in the first place. But tell me how you guys feel about these updates, these changes. Are you going to get Clorend? I'm going to get Clorend. Tell me about Imaginarium Theater. That is the most important update that it's had in this whole fucking video. This whole broadcast was completely useless up until that point. Anyways, tell me what you guys are thinking about with Imaginarium Theorem. Whatever. Anyways, comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.